Hello, and welcome back to our lessons on Microsoft PowerPoint. In this lesson, we want to talk about animations. In our previous lesson, we talked about transitions. The difference between transitions and animations is transitions is moving from slide to slide, and animation is the movement of objects within a slide, whether your objects be bullets or titles or pictures or anything that's deemed an object. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go down to slide 4 in our slide deck. Slide 4 has the most information on which we want to do this lesson on. Now to do a transition, first you click on whatever it is that you want to do your transition on. So right now I want to do our purpose. When you click on the purpose, you notice in the animations tab, you have all these different animations in which you can use. If you use your more arrow, the drop down arrow, you can see that there are different animations of which you can use on your slide. The animations are categorized by entrance, emphasis, and exit. Entrance meaning that that's how the animation is going to come onto the slide. Emphasis means the animation is going to take on the slide. Then exit is when it's going to be moving off the slide. You also have the motion paths. These are which you want if you want to make particular directions on how you want your slides to move. And then we'll go into the more effects later in this module. So right now I want to do something real simple. Let's do fly in. Fly in for an entrance. And if you notice on a quick preview, you see your slide in for the entrance. Now, once you click on the emphasis on the animation, you're going to get a number. These numbers are pretty important because it helps you to categorize and move things around later if you don't like what you have done in your presentation. If you click on a preview over here, you see the preview basically gives you a preview of that animation. Now, if you want to do more than one thing on an animation, let's say I want to do an emphasis. We talk over here. Let's see, I want to do emphasis. I want to do an emphasis of, let's go teeter. Now, in order to do the emphasis, you have to do, if you click on teeter right here initially, then that's going to change this from what we have from our fly in to a teeter. If you want it to fly in and teeter, you have to go to add animation. You click on your add animation. The add animation will give you a drop down box, which is the same thing that was over in your original animations. And then we want to do emphasis. Let's go teeter here. Teeter. Now you see where it teetered. Then you go over here, you see you have a 1 and a 2. Your 1 is your fly in and your 2 is your teeter. And then we do a preview, as you can see here. Then if you want to do an exit by chance, let's do an exit real quick. Let's go add animation. Let's do an exit. Let's say just simple disappear. Make it real simple. Then preview. Then disappear. Now, you can also do the same thing with bullets. Bullets is a little different challenge to work with. In your bullets, when you click your placeholder, you see it groups all your bullets together. If you want to do your bullets, let's say we want to do a floating on this one. We click float in. And if you notice, each bullet floats in. And so that would be a float in. And then also notice you have your numbers over here for the size. These numbers are the ones for each bullet. So when you click on it, if you want to do something different with a particular bullet, then you click on that number. You can also do an animation. Let's see, I want to do this one. Add animation. And I want to do a, where's my fade? Let's do a desaturate. Desaturate. So you click on your animation. Now you see I got numbers on top of those numbers. Let's do a preview. We got a float in, a teeter, a disappear. And these are moving kind of fast because we haven't set a time yet. And as you see, they are starting to saturate. Let's take off. I'm going to take off the last saturation. I want to Control Z. Take off the last saturation. I'm going to keep it like this for right now. When you do here, now you have what is called. Okay, here we've selected the object in our placeholder box, which is our bullets. Under the effects options, you click the drop down arrow on the effect option. And what this does is this gives you the option of how you want additional option of how you want your animation to move. You can have it float from the top, float up. You can have it float down. You can do it in sequence. You can do it all as one object. Except mean the whole box to float in. You do it all at once, which give you everything just boom right there. Or you can do it by paragraph. By paragraph to give you the different lines is what we basically have right now. So I want to leave that as it is. But just notice that you have these different options in which you want to move your objects. Over on the timing. On the timing, right now we have the timing where it's on the click of the mouse. So all this is going to move when I click the mouse. So let me show you real quick in our presentation. I'll go to presentation. And notice if I click, I have to click the mouse. And click. Then we disappear. Then we do our lines. We click. You notice this is what we set it up to do. And notice the bullets are dark and sub bullets are not dark. Then you click. Then you come out. Press escape. Now, also in our timing, we have over where we can do the duration of time. This basically showed me how long I want the slide to be present, or if I want it to delay. So right now they're moving kind of fast because they're on 1 second, so every second it's going to change. And also you have where you want to start. You click the drop down arrow on start. You start on the click with the previous slide or after the previous slide. Generally on the click is recommended for if I'm doing a presentation and I want control of the slide, and so the artist sees what I want them to see. If you do with or after the previous, you can do those. Those are like if you want to set up the slideshow just to continue to run, and it'll do it continue running. So as of right now, this is what I have for animations. We're going to a little more animations later on in the module because I want to go over some of the motion paths and some of the other things that we can do with the animation. But as of right now, I ask that you continue to stay with us and that you just continue to let God bless you. God bless.